All right, guys, so now you have done like your first layer of your watercolor on your animal, or at least for me on my main animal. I'm gonna come back and get like a super pigmented amount, meaning I have mostly color, not a lot of water on here. And while it's still a little wet, I wanna go in and kind of exaggerate where I had shaded it with a little bit of purple. My paper is still a little wet, but it's not like sloppy wet, okay? So you can see that it'll diffuse or spread a little bit, but it's not anything messy. It'll stay in the area. So I'm going in and I'm going to do like the spots that are on the top of the manatee. And I think these spots are kind of like sun damage, right? Because the sun would be coming down from and only hitting his back. You can see that it's not on his bottom part. So I'm going to go in now and put in a second layer. To make watercolor look really good, it takes time, okay? It's not something that you can do and be done. You might work on this, let it dry a little bit, go do your math homework, go have lunch, come back, put another layer on. Then let it dry, go play a little Fortnite, practice your violin, put another layer on. Okay, so you're not going to do one and done layers. You're going to have to come back in because remember, this is a monochromatic painting, meaning tints and shades of one color. So we want to have some really dark areas, some medium areas, and some light areas, okay? So you can see that this manatee has a lot of like creases in his skin. He's got like elephant skin. If you use just the very end of your brush, the very tip, you might be able to, if you're gentle, get some super thin lines. But if you can't, on Friday we're going to come back in and add some colored pencils and crayons if you have them. So if you don't find that you get good control, like obviously I love painting watercolor and I have a pretty steady hand. I am using the same brush that came with your kit, the same paper, the same everything, but to be in solidarity with you. But I do have probably slightly steadier hand than most of you, so I can go in and get these thin areas. If you find you don't have a steady hand, then you might want to wait to do some of this detail work with a colored pencil or crayon if you have it. And we'll do that when it's dry and we're almost done on Friday. And if you look in the module, that video will be pro tips, okay? But I'm meeting my grading standard because I've chosen one color for my animal and it's monochromatic, different values of the one color. I think I'm going to let it dry even more and then pay more attention down to my shadow and the eyes. So I'll come back when that's dry and we'll work on eyes and stuff. Thanks.